Welcome, Delta Crypto Sapien. This is part one of a three-part series on the Brewlabs Treasury contract, also known as BIBO. So if you're here, you're possibly a existing holder, potential holder, or maybe even a cryptocurrency project, and you're curious about the features and the benefits of a treasury contract. Either way, I got you. I'm going to demystify one of the most innovative offerings in this space. We're going to talk about the term BIBO. When you hear that term, what does it actually mean? How do you even fund a treasury contract? And who benefits from a treasury? So as a holder, I think the treasury contract is an absolute game changer. It's a novel idea and a new way to approach the buyback model. So let me talk to you about how Brewlabs first came up with it. As a holder, we were first introduced to it in the early spring of 2022, so it's about 6 months old. It's an alternative way to approach burn and buyback and burn. And for Brewlabs, the treasury contract, aka BIBO, buys the token back every single day. So how does it all work? Now, I can't tell you all the inner workings, but to understand it, you must understand Brewlabs. So if you know, you know. Brewlabs is simply one of the most innovative and trusted companies in the cryptocurrency space. The treasury contract requires a couple of things that we'll talk about later, but I want to talk about what Brewlabs does. They simply supply solutions for cryptocurrency projects. They have multiple products that generate revenue. They have a growing client base, and they have a business model that is simply scalable. So, what does this all mean? It means revenue, revenue, revenue. Now, most companies want to generate revenue, and some companies keep all the revenue for themselves, but Brewlabs has a model through the treasury contract that is pretty much profit sharing. Now, of course, they do have business expenses, but part of their revenue goes towards the business expenses like, taxes, development, and paying salaries. The other part of the revenue is what we're talking about. It funds the buyback model known as BIBO, which means BNB in, Brewlabs out, every day BIBO buys. So when I say innovative, BIBO is actually a rising giant in this space. So how does Brewlabs fund this rising giant? It's through their products and services, and the other part is through the tokenomics. So let's talk about those products and services. Their tier one services include, contract engineering, staking pools, website builds, DApp builds, etc., etc. And then they have a series of micro fees that comes from the use of their products like staking, compounding, harvesting, their swap, their zapper. On the other side is the tokenomics. So 8% of all buys and sales funds a buyback. They also get quarterly injections from the liquidity tax, and then their royalty fees that are charged to treasury contracts that they bill for other projects. So revenue keeps coming in. So sounds good, I know, but what is the actual benefit of a treasury contract? Why not just use the other buyback models? The beauty of the treasury contract is actually in its design. It performs daily buybacks at the market rate. It cannot sell. The buys are not tax-free, so holders receive reflections from the buyback. Its growth stabilizes the price floor and mitigates the impact of sales. It doesn't destroy your token supply, and it allows for the ultimate level of flexibility. So, sounds good again, right? But you gotta see the bigger picture. What's going to actually happen as BIBO continues to grow. But let's see some of the historical stats about BIBO. In less than 6 months, BIBO has become the 4th largest holder of the Brewlabs tokens. Eventually, it will be the largest holder. It's like a friendly whale that can never sell but only buys day after day. So the continual revenue means that the treasury will continue to grow month after month and year after year. So as a holder, you got to start thinking about the future. What really happens when BIBO holds 30% of supply? How about 60% of supply or 90% of supply? Well, that's going to lead to massive buy pressure, and it will cause the token price to rise over time. BIBO will continue to buy as long as Brewlabs continues to create revenue, which I just showed you a few slides back. They do that, baby. They continue to do that. So in theory, those who hold for a long time, like myself, will see significant value and passive income. And we all love passive income. That's why we're in this. Now, this was just an introduction, but I'm going to give you more from this Treasury series. I have a few other videos that I'm going to, do for you. So today, you got the introduction to the Treasury. In part 2, I'm going to talk about the Treasury versus traditional burn and buyback and burn models, why I think the Treasury is superior. In part 3, we're going to talk about the future of the Treasury, what really happens when it hits that 90% or above threshold. So this is the end. I'm going to put some video links or links to different resources in the bottom of the video. Thank you for viewing. This video is for informational purposes only and not to be considered financial advice.